What if I told you the play of the day comes in Colorado, where we have a terrible pitcher on the mound and a hot hitter at the plate? Give me the over on this player's RBI today.
What's cracking, y'all? Welcome back in for another Underdog Pick'em show. You are joined, as always, by myself, Ray G. You can find me on X at RayGQ. And my dog, my brother from another mother, my co-host of the Wake Up with Ray G show, Jordan Richards. You can find him at your boy JRich on X. And yes, he talked about the play of the day being in Colorado. We're going to search the MLB, NBA, women's college basketball. We got a nice little sports slate on tonight, Jay. So let's head on over to Underdog Fantasy. And if you're new to the channel, new to the place, new to the show, if you scan that QR code, use the promo code ALLGAS, Underdog will match you instantly $100, up to $100. Make sure you do that. Scan the QR code, use code ALLGAS. Let's get into it with Underdog. Jay, where do you want to start at, man? We got a lot of stuff going on the slate.
So, Ray, we will start in Colorado as I teased off the open. We have the Tampa Bay Rays headed to Colorado for a series with the Rockies. And for some reason, I don't know what it is, but Randy Arozarena is on the Underdog board for a singular RBI. And yes, of course, you look at RBIs, they will be a little bit up and down. You can't get an RBI every day. But Randy Arozarena is 4 for 4. When he gets a hit, he has an RBI every single game this season. The conditions, of course, Colorado, hitter's haven, home runs galore. And by the way, the wind is blowing out at almost 20 miles an hour. Right now, Ray, no book, or most books actually, don't even have lines. DraftKings is scared to put up lines for pretty much every single player. His hits, runs, RBI is 2.5 juice to the over. FanDuel has his RBI at minus 155 right now. So when you look at all these things that are going on, Randy Arozarena in the middle of the lineup is going to smash. His home run prop is between plus 250 and plus 230, which if you bet home runs, that is a pretty good number, a pretty favorable number, and one that is quite low relative to the market. So I think it's a phenomenal opportunity to make some money. And in my opinion, this is almost as good as it's going to get for Randy Arozarena. Take the higher on the 0.5 RBIs because he's going to cash it today.
Man, he was tagging up my Texas Rangers a couple of days ago, and we do have that on the board. We locked it in, Jay. What we do on this show is whatever we put in for our entry slip, if you tail these picks, I don't care at what amount, we will give you our entry fee back. So we are literally giving away free money, and we are loading up Randy Arozarena with higher than 2.5 hits, runs.
No, the RBIs, Ray. The RBI.
Oh, the RBIs. The RBIs. Higher than an RBI? Okay. My bad.
Yes,
my bad, dog. There it is.
Yes, sir.
Higher
Yes,
than
sir.
an RBI today. So we are running this play. And let me go see. You see I had the hits, runs, and RBIs up. You should have told me you were just talking about the RBIs. And yeah, he's been on fire. Man, he's been really good. What else we got, Jay? You want to go to the Underdog Optimizer and see if any green boys are printed for us? You know, we like those green things, and not here, not yet, but I'm still looking. We've got some Connecticut, Iowa. I really, Jay, don't fool with the esports right now, so we're just going to filter that out. So there are no esports in there. We've got some stuff from, like I said, women's college basketball. Here's one, Nolan Jones, Tampa Bay versus Colorado, same game. What about Nolan Jones?
Yeah.
Over 2 hits, runs, and RBIs. We need minus 122. That's juice too much. It's close.
Yeah. Pretty much every hitter that's decent is at 2.5 in this game because, 13-point over-under. The wind's blowing out, but he will be against Zach Littell, who is a much better pitcher than Austin Gomber, who is awful on the Colorado side. But yeah, Jones is on the Colorado side. He definitely has an opportunity to do that. It's better than taking the 2.5. But it's not what I necessarily be looking at. It's really just the Randy play doesn't really make a lot of sense as to why they have it at half. And then you look at the hits, runs, RBIs. It's basically Randy is favored, and I believe Yandy Diaz is the other player who's favored right now. Jones has been okay to start the season, but Colorado is one of the worst teams in what is it, baseball right now.
In
they
baseball.
get crushed almost every game. You're looking at Sabonis. Okay,
Well,
right? Tell me about Sabonis.
I'm looking at Sabonis. The optimizer, it's red. It ain't all the way set up yet, but we're seeing FanDuel has his assist line right now at 8.5. We got minus 135 on on DK, on MGM, Caesars, Penn, -132, Bovada and Bet Online, two international books that are pretty sharp.
Good.
I mean, this isn't bad. It's not a green boy, so it's not an auto go, but I don't mind this 7.5 number for Sabonis tonight against Boston. Now, we were looking at potentially maybe taking Derek White tonight, but he's not playing in this matchup. So I'd be curious to see if there are any other players projected to be out of this one that can maybe pull back on Sabonis. But I kind of like this over 7.5 number for Sabonis, man.
Yeah, well, like you mentioned,
it's on the board.
Not only is Derek White not playing, but neither is Jaylen Brown, right? So just the backcourt defense in general is going to be a lot of backups. So you look at Sabonis' chance to get assists, definitely heightened with the fact that two of the key players for the Celtics are going to be out in this matchup. You look at assists, Celtics are a tough defense in general, but I do have him projected for right around 8.5, so a little bit over. And I think on the season, he's averaging 8.3. So you just look from that perspective and you look at the data right now that you have pulled up, it looks pretty good at 7.5. And it is juiced to the over, so that's always great to see. But I think with the players out for Boston, it looks like a pretty good play. I like it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna load this one up. We're gonna trust it. I like where the juice is going. It's a little early, and as we get closer to tip-off time, those green boys probably start printing over there on OJ. But I think I'm gonna roll with 7.5 assists. Let's see what else we can find over here. We've got De'Aaron Fox under 6.5 assists, and
that's correlation, right?
That's some correlation there. Let's see. Let's just look at what Fox has done and over the last couple of games, and he's been hot, right? Versus the Knicks, versus the Clippers, versus Utah and the Jazz. But I kind of like this correlation play right here with De'Aaron Fox in this matchup. Let's see what he's done versus Boston the last couple of times they've played, and hasn't been anything recently, but hadn't gone over that at that point. But with Jaylen Brown out of this lineup, it takes a defender away from Boston, and maybe this just encourages De'Aaron Fox to get busier on the offensive side of the glass. So I think I'm gonna load up Fox and go and take that, man, and take that under on De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, let's see if they hit us with a penalty for the correlation between those two players. But I definitely, they like to do that, right? They still give you the 6X, so you can run a little correlation. Yeah, slide it in there before they notice.
And we are good. There it is. So first slip, if you tail this slip and it hits, we will give away $25 on the next show. What do we got, Jay?
So the other player that I was looking at in this matchup for the baseball game is, who was the one I was looking at? It was, so there's a Rosarena. Oh, it's Isaac Paredes is the other one, because for him, you can get his 1.5 total bases. And man, just the matchup is just so good. Like for me, the top 3 players I have on my board are Rosarena, Paredes, and Yandy Diaz. You're not going to get anything for Yandy Diaz. He's a monster. Like you look at what his lines are, they have like 2, and they're not very good. But if you want to take his total bases, that one looks really good. You could take the RBI as well. As you can see right now, his lines aren't quite as juiced. But like when you look at some of these players and some of the sports books, they are so crazy juiced. Like it looks like FanDuel is the only book that's actually sharp enough to really have this game capped properly. Like there's going to be runs, there's going to be RBIs. And if you look at Paredes, whether you want the 1.5 total bases, which could hit literally with his first at bat, or you go beyond that, like I think that and the RBI are both very good lines as well. They're not quite as favorable as some of the other ones, but it is a really good spot for a very good hitter against a really bad pitcher.
So what do you want to take? Because I got 2 more. I've got Jason Tatum and Al Horford pulled up as well, some more correlation in that Kings game. So what's the play you wanted to take for Paredes?
I would take the total bases at 1.5.
Total bases? Higher than 1.5 total bases?
Yeah, take that one.
All right, and then we're going to go Boston. Let's just pull up Boston so I can pull up all of them. And right now what we got on the Opto is Jason Tatum under 6 assists on UD. Again, we're looking for -122. You got 5.5 across the board. Jay, you got 5.5 on Bovada, Bet Online, DK, FanDuel, and it's
Are you
plus
worried
money.
at all about about heavy usage for Tatum? Because you got 2 primary ball handlers not playing, right? So
absolutely, a little bit.
That's what it is. It's the books are adjusting to smart to White and Brown not playing. And are these still lines that we feel comfortable with? Because Tatum, it's Ray, that's so tough, man. 6 is like nothing for Tatum if he's just the only player out there. outside of like him and, if Drew's there too, like.
Well, let's look at it without Jaylen Brown. Without Jaylen Brown in the lineup, I mean, it's pretty damn green.
That's not good.
And this defense is awful. This defense is number one at allowing assists to opposing offenses. So, and we haven't seen him versus Sacramento without Jaylen Brown. His last 10 without Brown, he has he's been pretty good in this department. He's been pretty good in this department, Jay. But I'm following the money. I'm looking at the money. I'm following the money. I'm trying to
refresh it one more time just to make sure.
Let's refresh it. Let's refresh it one more time, Jay.
All right. Still there. I mean, he has got it to 7, which is fair, right? We saw him hit 6 a lot, but he hasn't been hitting 7 as much. So it looks solid. It's just a little scary. That's all. Just makes me a little nervous.
I'm gonna trust the math. We're gonna go lower than 6 assists here, and let's find one more play that we could be interested in tonight. Not enough data points for me to touch this women's college basketball game. You already talked about Nolan Jones, Will Benson under a half a base. Decent juice.
Oh, wow.
Little decent. Wow. It's okay. I'd rather some more data points being in there. Josh Hart. There goes the Josh Hart threes. You talked about Josh Hart threes. I'm not that. I'm not that. I don't want to live on the edge that much. But is there anything else that you see Julio Rodriguez over 1.5 strikeouts? I'm assuming he hasn't been playing well early to start the season. Anything else you see, Jay? I'm not seeing a ton on the opto right now, and I don't want to force it and make people lose money. So if you're not seeing anything on your end, we might. We got Tatum. We got 2 picks. We need one more. We need one more pick for the 3-pick slip. Let's make one more pick. We'll be out of here in less than 15 minutes. Let's get one more in, man.
That's tough. Do you have any Freddie Freeman lines up yet?
We got Porzingis.
Freddie Freeman
rebounds.
looks really good today.
Let me see if Freeman is in here. Let's see. Yeah, Freeman. No Freddie. No Freddie on the opto yet. We got Porzingis over 6.5 boards. Let's just look. Let's just take a look at Kristaps.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You should get that. Easy.
I mean,
is that with Jaylen Brown out?
No, here's without Jaylen Brown. Good Lord.
What?
Oh, that's without Drew Holiday. I clicked the wrong one. Oh, that's without Holiday. Where's Jaylen Brown? That's him without Brown.
It's close.
And you got big Sabonis down there doing work.
Well, Sabonis is going to get a ton of rebounds.
Sabonis is going to get a ton. Right? What's the number at here? 6.5? Yeah, the books have him at 7.5.
Oh yeah, I take that.
Yeah, 6.5. We're taking the higher 6.5 boards. Let's do it. We'll load it in. We'll go 25 here. Here we go. We'll put a little half a unit in there. So there it is. Paredes higher than 1.5 total bases. Tatum lower than 6 assists. And Kristaps Porzingis higher than 6.5 rebounds. So there's 2 slips. If you tail either of these slips and they cash, we will give you $25 on the next show. Coming to you on Monday, probably Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to do them every single week. So appreciate you being in here. Good luck if you tail these slips. And again, if you are new to Underdog Fantasy, scan the QR code on the screen or use that promo code ALLGAS at the bottom. You do that, Underdog will match you 100% up to $100. So that's free money out there. Go get that bread. Go enjoy the games. Final Fours tonight, baseball, NBA. We're going to have a good one. We're going to cash out. Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up button, like, and subscribe. We'll see you next week. We out. Peace.